Hey guys, continuing on to talk a little bit more about the outfield play and fielding ground balls in the outfield. This time we're going to talk a little bit more about fielding balls under control on the run to the side laterally, both in a controlled environment as well as, let's say, out of control, or full speed is probably a better way to describe it. So it's a little bit different depending on which direction you're going, but let's break it down and just say these balls on the run, this is anytime you're running to the side, running laterally, the situation automatically becomes a throwing situation, whether it's a single and the guy is going to potentially go stretch it into second, or if you just need to get the ball into play as fast as you can, it becomes a throwing situation. So what are we going to do? Let's go ahead and talk about the under control situations first, and we're going to talk about to your glove side as well as to your throwing side. So if we go, let's just take it over to the glove side. If we're running laterally to the side, we're going to field the ball, take a drop step, and plant and pivot and make a throw in. So let's just look at that closer to full speed. So I'm running, field it, drop step, and throw. Okay, so nothing special. It does take a little bit of work just so that you can get that plant foot in when you're running at, let's say, not full speed, but at a pretty good clip. The other side of this is going to be to our arm side. This one's a little bit trickier because you're going to still try to get around it, and you want to be able to do a crow hop and get yourself in a position to make a good, strong throw rather quickly. So it's going to look a little bit here. You're going to field it and then really have to crow hop at an angle to get yourself back centered in order to throw that ball where you want. So both of these take practice. I would recommend doing both of these as a drill, where you just have players work, rep, and have them do the drop step as well as come around it on their arm side. Okay, so now what do you do if you're running full speed? Okay, you can't just flip and do a turn. That's not really the most efficient, productive, and accurate way to make a throw back into the diamond. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down in the other direction. Pretty basic. So we're just going to run, field the ground ball, shuffle step, and throw back into our target. Same thing over here. Run, and then throw back into our target. Nothing to it, except for a lot of practice, a lot of time perfecting your footwork, and understanding when these situations are going to arise and how you're going to dictate them. What I see a lot of times is guys who run out of control. They a lot of times will turn the wrong way, and as opposed to doing that drop step, I see guys who will field it and then turn this way, and the ball goes flying either down to the ground or flying way out in the air. Hitting that cutoff guy is one of the most critical parts. As well, if you think about it that way, if our middle infield guy sees that a guy's going to catch the ball in on the run, he needs to get out a little bit further, because if he sees a guy who's going to be controlled, he's probably going to need maybe just a little bit more distance on that first throw. And then on the full speed ones, he's going to have a chance to stop, shuffle, collect himself, and throw. And again, I might recommend having coaches put these on the timer and have guys work with a stopwatch, start to get them that sense of game clock, but then also put some metrics on it and give them something to challenge. Don't just go through the drill just for the sake of doing the drill. I mean, I think it's important to get better at these things, but sometimes making these things a game, or in this day and age, putting stats on it, can help quantify, hey, what's my time? What's my field time to pop time with that cutoff guy? Put the cutoff guy at the same spot, same distance apart every time, things like that. So I hope this is helpful. Pretty quick, short, down and dirty, but this will be something that will absolutely help your game in the outfield. If you have any other questions, thoughts, concerns, or suggestions for future videos, let me know. Put down in the text below, and we'll get to you next time. Thanks, guys.